Survive opens with Tom and his family enjoying their time together in the middle of the ocean. Julia, feeling like swimming, decides to venture into the water without informing anyone. Meanwhile, Tom teaches Ben how to fish, and Cassie, oblivious to her surroundings, listens to music with her headphones on. After floating and paddling for a while, Julia begins to sense that something is off. Whether it's a change in temperature or something moving past her, she soon realizes that she is unable to swim. Julia screams for help, but having swum far from the boat, her voice goes unheard. Eventually, Tom hears her cries and realizes that she is drowning. He quickly maneuvers the boat toward her and manages to rescue her. That night, the family celebrates Ben's birthday together. During a video call with Cassie's boyfriend, Adam, Cassie notices something strange, a massive thunderstorm and dark clouds surrounding the city. The network connection breaks, leaving them unsettled. Soon after, Ben spots numerous whales surrounding the boat, an astonishing sight that even Tom, an oceanographer, finds surprising. How does Tom and his family end up on land? Tom and his family find themselves on land after a series of escalating disasters. It all begins when their boat is hit by what Tom assumes to be a whale. While investigating the damage, Tom sustains a deep shoulder wound from the boat's blades. The injury, combined with his eerie sense of something behind him, unsettles the group. Meanwhile, Julia attempts to call for help through the radio, as Tom reassures everyone that they are within a shipping route and rescue should be imminent. The situation takes a drastic turn when Tom notices what appear to be meteors falling from the sky. Driven by a sense of urgency, he tries to steer the boat away. However, the engine fails. On closer observation, Tom realizes these aren't meteors but satellites crashing to Earth, hinting at a potential global catastrophe. This revelation adds a layer of confusion and fear to their ordeal. That night, their ordeal intensifies as the boat faces a violent storm. By the next morning, the family witnesses an unthinkable phenomenon: their boat is inexplicably stranded on dry land. To their astonishment, the ocean has vanished entirely, leaving them surrounded by barren land where water once flowed. Their arrival on land appears to be the result of a catastrophic environmental shift, possibly triggered by the satellite crashes. These events might signify a broader calamity that disrupts natural systems. Tom's decisions to stay with the boat and his attempts to escape the danger inadvertently lead them to this surreal and disorienting outcome. What happens to Tom? Tom discovers that the Earth's magnetic poles have reversed, causing the ocean to flow onto the land. This realization explains the vanished waters and their boat stranding. Using the radio, Tom connects with Now, a deep-sea diver who confirms his theory and warns that the poles may reverse again within a week. This would likely bring catastrophic turbulence. Realizing their boat cannot withstand such chaos, Tom decides to join Now's deep-diving ship for safety. However, the ship can only accommodate 2 more people. Sacrificing themselves, Tom and Julia decide to send their children, Cassie and Ben, with Now. As the family prepares to leave the boat, a stranger approaches. Mistaking him for another survivor, Tom offers water in a gesture of compassion. The stranger, however, betrays this kindness, brutally killing Tom and attacking the family. This shocking act of violence shatters their fragile hope and forces Julia into a desperate fight for survival. Julia, fueled by the instinct to protect her children, kills the stranger's dog. Meanwhile, Cassie fires a flare gun at the assailant, temporarily fending him off. The family flees the boat, seeking safety in the desolate landscape. Later that night, the stranger returns to attack Cassie. Julia, displaying extraordinary resilience and courage, stabs him repeatedly, ensuring her children's safety. How does Julia get separated from Ben and Cassie? Julia and her children face relentless danger as they flee from a swarm of predatory crabs that emerged after the ocean disappeared. Seeking refuge, they spend the night atop a shipping container while the crabs massacre the survivors trapped below. This ordeal solidifies Julia's determination to protect her children at any cost. The following morning, she learns from Now that the crabs are arthropods from the abyss, driven to the surface and attacking humans due to the lack of food. Now signals their proximity by firing a flare, offering a glimmer of hope. However, to reach him, the family must cross a perilous rift. The unstable terrain poses a significant risk, but Julia insists they move forward, knowing the deep-diving ship is their best chance for survival. As they navigate the treacherous path, a loose stone triggers a collapse. Acting instinctively, Julia pushes Cassie and Ben to safety, leaving herself stranded on the opposite side of the rift. Realizing there is no way for her to cross and that Now's boat can only accommodate two, Julia makes the ultimate sacrifice. She urges Ben and Cassie to reach Now quickly, assuring them she will find a way out and meet them later. In truth, Julia knows she is saying goodbye. Her decision reflects her unwavering love and maternal instinct to prioritize her children's survival over her own. How does the family's bond help them survive the catastrophe? Cassie's refusal to abandon her mother becomes the turning point in their survival. She courageously returns to the rift, risking her own life to help Julia escape. Julia is moments away from being attacked by the arthropods when Cassie's determination and quick thinking save her. Together, they manage to climb aboard Now's boat, narrowly escaping the swarm. Tragically, Now succumbs to the arthropods, but this loss allows the family to utilize the boat for their own survival. Once inside the boat, Julia, Cassie, and Ben prepare for the chaos brought by the poles reversing again. Strapped securely, they endure relentless attacks from the arthropods outside the boat as the ocean begins to return. The turbulence is intense, but the family's resilience and unity enable them to survive. After what feels like an endless struggle, they find themselves safely afloat near a city. The family's survival is rooted in their unyielding bond and mutual sacrifices. Julia's earlier decision to risk her life for her children sets an example of courage and selflessness. Cassie mirrors her mother's bravery by saving Julia, ensuring their family remains whole. Their ability to remain united, adapt quickly, and support one another ultimately helps them overcome both natural disasters and the relentless attacks of the arthropods. In the end, Julia embraces her children, relieved and grateful for their survival. The family's journey underscores the power of love, sacrifice, and perseverance in overcoming even the most insurmountable odds. The mysterious voiceover in the credits hints at Julia reflecting on their harrowing yet transformative experience. However, since the subtitles weren't there, it is pretty unclear.
Adaptability is survival. When the world around you changes drastically, just like the sudden environmental shift in the film, survival depends on how fast you can adapt. In real life, job loss, pandemics, or unexpected setbacks require quick thinking and flexibility. Family is a lifeline. In the face of chaos, the family in Survive leaned on each other. This echoes how, in real life, family, biological or chosen, often becomes the anchor when life feels like it's sinking. Don't take stability for granted. A peaceful boat trip turns into a nightmare, just like real life can flip without warning. Cherish calm moments because they may not last forever. Danger isn't always obvious. The monsters didn't look threatening at first. In real life, danger can be subtle, like toxic relationships or bad decisions, until it's too late. Trust your instincts and stay alert. You learn what you're capable of in crisis. The characters discovered hidden courage and skills under pressure. Real-world tough times also bring out strength and resilience you never knew you had. Nature doesn't negotiate. The film's apocalyptic disaster shows how small we are compared to nature. Climate change, pandemics, and natural disasters remind us to respect the environment and prepare wisely. Don't let fear make your decisions. Paranoia and fear cloud judgment. In life, reacting emotionally instead of logically, especially in emergencies, can lead to poor outcomes. You can't go back, only forward. Once the world changed, there was no normal to return to. Likewise, life's irreversible events, loss, failure, change, push us to build a new future, not chase the past. Trust must be earned and maintained. In survival scenarios, alliances are fragile. Real life mirrors this. Trust is powerful but must be handled with care. Misplaced trust can be costly. Hope is a form of strength. Despite everything, the family in Survive keeps moving. In real life, hope, when everything feels lost, isn't naive, it's necessary. It fuels perseverance. Leadership isn't always about being in control, it's about responsibility. In Survive, the father figure attempts to guide his family through the unknown, not by barking orders but by taking responsibility when everything falls apart. He learns that leadership during chaos means being accountable, even when answers are unclear. Real-life tie-in, in moments of uncertainty, be it at work, home, or in crisis, people often look for someone who stays calm under pressure. True leaders don't pretend to know everything, they lead by showing up, making decisions when others freeze, and carrying the emotional weight of others when needed. The environment can shift overnight, so should your priorities. The ocean disappearing in the movie is symbolic of how entire environments can shift in an instant. A birthday celebration becomes a fight for survival. What once mattered, comfort, routine, entertainment, becomes irrelevant. Real-life tie-in, we often live with misplaced priorities, money over time, comfort over growth. But when life throws curveballs like illness, financial collapse, or loss, we're forced to reevaluate.